The fact that Isaza is the sole rider out front, he's got no riders for company. It's a lonely day out in the breakaway and contending with these hot temperatures too.
It is.
Feeney on the front for Visma Lisa bike in that yellow jersey. Oscar Riesebeek just behind him for Alpes Inderkoning. The third. Look at the crowds that have amassed themselves in the sport. This is all for Isaza here. The Hungarian champion just sitting on the left-hand side of the road. He's got two riders from Visma Lisa bike on the wheel. There moves forward Wout van Aert and Caden Groves. Right up towards the front, we've got Roglic, Kuss. There's the red jersey on the shoulders of O'Connor. Mass is there, Carapaz is there. There's Pavel Sivakov. An acceleration from Primož Roglic up towards the front, and they're all sensing what he might do. Carapaz is acute to the move. 1.3 kilometers to go until they'll crest the top of the Alto del 14 por cien. And it's O'Connor who's letting the wheel go here. Roglic goes over the top. He takes the 5 points in the King of the Mountains competition, but crucially takes the 6 bonus seconds that come with that. Then O'Connor, the rider who stung everybody on stage 6 and put a lot of time into his rivals, was losing the wheel right up towards the front. Those that could follow the acceleration of Roglic, Kuss, Carapaz and Mass, who is in sublime form.
Here we see the number 71 on the back.
Oh, and Groves is down, and he looked over his left-hand shoulder. He's touched the wheel as he comes to the top of this King of the Mountain, the Alto del 14 por cien, and it's Groves, who had hoped to end into Cordoba with a bunch sprint, who's touched wheels. He's come down. You just see the rider here. This is Nairo Quintana, who is in front of him.
Nairo Quintana just moves off the line a little bit, and just because this Caden Groves was looking back.
But Marc Soler, well, he's got other ideas, he's got other ambitions, the rider from UAE Team Emirates in this white jersey. They're really wanting to try and attack this final.
It's clear that it's right now up to Sepp Kuss to control the breakaways here in the peloton. It's
under the trees and out the other side. Sepp Kuss takes things up at the front in the yellow jersey for Visma Lisa bike. He wants to try and help Wout van Aert to a second stage victory.
City, of course, so I don't think there's really anything that they have to take up. Here's
problem here for one of the riders from Alpes Inderkoning. Sorry about that, Koen de Kort. Edward Plancard, nobody's willing to help, and he's going to have to take things into his own hands if he wants to be victorious into Cordoba. He'll go through the roundabout. He'll take the left-hand side of the roundabout itself. Meanwhile, Soler, who's looked so strong over the last few days, he's worked so hard for Joao Almeida. He's still got something back. And Wout van Aert has decided the fact that nobody else is going to help with the chase. Still one rider out front in Soler.
Still Soler at front, but Sepp Kuss, he senses the danger, starts to move up straight away to the front.
You can see how much this is hurting Marc Soler. The grimace etched around his face, the chain swings side to side, the shoulders start to rock and roll.
Marc Soler gives up, the group is brought back, and now it will be interesting to see what's going to happen. Who's going to attack next? Yates
speaks into the radio. It's all back together with 3.4 kilometers to go on stage 7. Here goes the next move on the right-hand side. UAE Team Emirates have been animating the final part of this stage. It gives some unpredictability to the stage. Coming through, and it's Sivakov who's got a slender advantage. He's gasping for everything he's got left, and he's giving Vlasov a hard time. Wout van Aert is poised, waiting in that green jersey, ready to pounce. Now he starts to accelerate. Pacher is there for Groupama FDG. We're taking a look at the finish, coming into the finish line here in Cordoba. Wout van Aert in the green jersey is coming to the line, and he takes his second stage victory in La Vuelta España. He says, thanks very much, Sepp Kuss. You were the best teammate for me.
Vacek opened up the sprint, and there it was Wout van Aert who reacted. He looked to his left, he saw who it was. He was maybe a little bit surprised seeing Matthias Vacek there. He probably never even saw him come back, but then really started a sprint.
Pau Mikel has just taken a 3rd place on the stage and was one of the closest challengers. Also getting himself back in there was the former Swiss road race champion Stefan Kung. But that's the second top 5 position for the Spanish rider, just behind Wout van Aert.